The whole idea of this whole day on a plate style of video is so stupid. I mean, firstly, what I eat in a day doesn't really matter. It's what I eat in a whole week, in a whole month, in a whole year that actually contributes to me being healthy, to feeling good, to having energy, to being strong, and all that jazz. The other thing that happens with day on a plate models, they just show you a created version of what that person wants you to think they eat in a day. And so you copy it, or you think that you're not healthy enough, and that's stupid. That's not what health or wellness is about. So this week, I'm gonna try to show you what I eat in a week, but keep it real, because that's what I do. So, all right, let's do it. My husband makes me coffee in bed every morning because he's amazing. Milky coffee with a little bit of Lind's chocolate on top. And yeah, I could skip the chocolate and then make this a healthier option. But to be honest, just a sprinkling of chocolate helps me know that chocolate is allowed, that it's not forbidden. When we take things off limits, that's when we start to crave them. That's when they become, you know, emotional eating or binge foods. And as a recovered binge eater, I'm not interested in that. So adding in a little bit of sprinkle of chocolate to my mornings makes me so happy, and also helps me know that chocolate's always allowed. Now, I'm not even hungry yet. I'm just the kind of person, I wake up and I'm not that hungry. So instead of eating just because it's breakfast time, I actually wait until I get hungry. So at the moment, I'm about a 6 out of 10 on the hunger scale, which is a tool I use to assess how hungry I am. So because I'm only a 6 out of 10, I'm gonna wait about an hour and see if I get hungry. And then when I am hungry, I'll show you what I eat. Okay, so it is 10:30 now and I am properly hungry, so let's make some breakfast. So this is the muesli that I love to eat. I make it once a fortnight. You can see there's pumpkin seeds, there's chia seeds, flax seeds, plain rolled oats, cashews, and some flaked almonds. Every time I make it, I add a different combination of seeds and nuts. It helps keep things interesting and gives me variety in my diet. And then it's just got extra virgin olive oil and some honey for sweetness and for crunch, and then I bake it for 25 minutes. So super easy. You find the recipe for this is in Back to Basics. I've also got a free one on my website. I like to use this tiny little bowl. You can see how big that is. I'm just gonna scoop in a little bit. I don't measure out anything I eat, just eyeball it, and that looks about right. I use reduced fat milk for the only reason is I grew up drinking skim milk, so now full cream milk makes me feel really sick. So there is no right or wrong milk to drink. I think you just choose the one that makes you feel good. Anyway, take my little teaspoon, take my breakfast, and I might go sit outside today. You can see this is a falafel and pumpkin salad. Husband made it. I didn't even make it. He used the air fryer to air fry these falafels. He used the air fryer to make the pumpkin. It's an $89 air fryer from Kmart. How good's that? The greens are from our vegetable garden. We pickled these onions yesterday. Some avocado in there. Tahini dressing. So yummy. Excuse me while I go and eat now. So it is about 3 p.m. I'm just feeling a little bit peckish, so I'm just gonna have some of this kefir. I've been trying to drink some kefir recently. Good for gut health. I mean, a lot of probiotics in this baby, and I quite like the taste. And I'm also gonna have a carrot. Hey, so I just finished exercising and a bit hungry. So now I'm actually gonna have some satay tofu pre-marinated. It's very good, it's very yummy. So once I've grated the sweet potato, I'm just gonna add it into the air fryer. It got a little bit burnt on the outside, but whatever, we're experimenting. I've got this mincemeat, I've added in some eggplant, zucchini, onion, garlic. Might add some greens with that. It's looking all just one color. Anyway, I know it looks crazy, looks weird, but it's super tasty. My mum made this chocolate cake for my brother's birthday. She dropped it over. So I'm gonna have this for dessert. Yum, so excited. All right, so it is 11 a.m. at the moment. I had my coffee this morning, and now I'm just gonna have the same muesli that I had yesterday with the milk, and I'm also gonna have more of this kefir, just for a little bit of a probiotic boost. It's 1 p.m. and just started making some lunch. Leafy greens from the garden that I'm rinsing really well because
Sometimes you find caterpillars in them. Making a little bit of sweet potato in the air fryer, and we have our cooked freekeh ready to go. And there you go, that's what it looks like. I think that if you're gonna eat a salad, make it substantial. Add the freekeh, add the carbohydrates, add the yummy bits. You need yummy bits to make a salad delicious. Hey, so now we're gonna do a workout from my program called Back to Basics, which is just 20, 10, and 5-minute workouts that you can do from home. We're gonna do a Pilates, but there's also yoga and strength and something we call bounce, which is really, really fun. So dinner tonight is basically just leftovers put into a taco or tortilla, flour tortilla. I just like the flour taste. This is pulled jackfruit, which is actually a really great meat alternative. I'm kind of digging it. We also have the mincemeat from last night, some leafy greens, the sweet potato like we did last night, and this is just some coleslaw mix with a bit of red wine and vinegar to do a bit of a quick pickle. It's just a nice way to take away the rawness. Don't have avocado, very disappointing. We will survive. Morning guys, so it is day 3 of this what I eat in a week thing. It is also like day 29 of me being in self-isolation, so going a little bit crazy. I started my morning the usual way. I had my coffee in bed, which is so good for my soul. And now I'm going to be making a little bit of breakfast. This is a shakshuka, so I'm going to show you how it's done. So easy. The recipe for this is on my blog. Alright, let's do it. Alright, add some oil into a pan. I'm just using this garlic infused extra virgin olive oil. Open a tin of chickpeas. You're going to drain that well. Oh, don't make a mess, just drain it. And open a tin of diced tomatoes. Add in the chickpeas, the tomatoes, some chili flakes. I think you Americans call them red pepper flakes. I'm not sure what you call them. I'm also going to add in this Moroccan seasoning. So really, whatever seasoning you like, you just go in with. And now I'm going to stir that all up. Once it's hot, I'm going to add in the eggs. I'm going to let those cook. It's going to take about 5-10 minutes, and then it's good to serve. There we go. And you can add feta on top. I'm just going to make it look fancy, I guess, by adding in some fresh herbs, how do you say it? Some sesame seeds, because why not? There you go. Let's eat that. I'm going to have it with some avocado as well, because this is the most perfect avocado ever. Also, the reason I really like this, I love eating more legumes in my diet. This is a great way to get a little more vegetables. You can eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, like a Sunday night dinner. This is such a good recipe. It's so quick, especially in winter when you want to eat something healthy, but it's really cold outside and you don't feel like eating salad. This is a good recipe for that. It's almost 2 p.m. and I'm just gonna have this little watermelon bit as a snack. We got this watermelon as part of the veggie and fruit box we got. So it's 4 p.m. now and gotten pretty hungry. So this is just an attempt to get through as many vegetables in the fridge as possible so we can get our delivery on Friday. Got some corn on the barbecue, some sweet carrot in the air fryer, nice pickled cucumbers, some tofu, pickled onion, some leafy greens. Gonna go in it with this yummy sauce. Eat until I feel satisfied. I know it's a lot of vegetables, it's a big plate. Tonight's a bit weird. This is, it's Passover tonight. I'm Jewish, so it's having Pesach. My mum dropped off food because of coronavirus. We're all in lockdown, so we can't be together. So I'm gonna eat, this is matzo ball chicken soup made by my mum. Super cool. I won't be eating that. That's something else altogether. And I'm also gonna be having some potato kugel, which is just like potato. That's amazing. Anyway, that's my dinner tonight. Oh, and she brought me brownies, so life's not all bad. Thanks, Mum. Good morning, you cool cats and kittens. So, this morning I woke up with my usual morning coffee. It's about 11:15 now, and I'm gonna have this for breakfast. A little bit of plain Greek yogurt with my homemade muesli. I'm gonna sit outside, enjoy it. Why not? Nothing that exciting for lunch today, but it's just leftovers. So remember this freekeh salad. Oh, and by the way, some cockatoos are eating my eggplant, so this has now happened. It's 5:30, I'm super hungry, so I'm just gonna make myself some sweet potato chips in the air fryer. Basically just gonna chop these bad boys up, add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, some flavoring, air fry them, and enjoy. So dinner tonight is just leftovers. So potato kugel that my mum made for Pesach, and some brisket that my husband's mum and grandmother made. Yeah. Maybe not as colorful as it could be. Whatever, all good. So I woke up this morning, had the usual coffee, out for a walk at the moment, which feels really good. Now gonna go home, have some breakfast, feeling a bit hungry. It's like 10:30. Breakfast, I'm actually gonna have this peanut butter muffin that I made yesterday as part of Back to Basics, which is my program. It's so tasty. Look at that. I've got oats, oat flour, maple syrup, bananas, egg, peanut butter, of course. So we've been ordering this veggie box and fruit box from Hillview Farms, which is kind of in the same state as us. $50 Australian for all this produce, and then this is what we end up eating during the week. So each week it's different. That helps to keep things varied for us. So this is some cauliflower from the air fryer. Got a bit of chili, bit of balsamic glaze on top. Just gonna have this as a snack now. Thank you, husband, for making this for me. And what's gonna have this is a pumpkin salad with pomegranate and bocconcini and leaves from the garden. And this is just a bit of a cucumber salad with a bit of like a soy and vinaigrette thing that's delicious. Let's do lunch. It's snacky time, and I may be one of 5 people in the whole world who actually like rockmelon. So I've just chopped some of that up with this bliss ball that I'm gonna enjoy. And that should tie me over, or maybe not, let's see. I'm not that full after lunch, obviously. So for dinner tonight, we are having some lamb that we've cooked for 7 hours with Greek flavoring. It smells amazing. Really felt like lamb because we haven't eaten that much meat. We're having this leftover salad as well. Some squash, some carrot fries from the air fryer, and a little bit of brown rice as well. Another day, more muesli. Same situation. This morning I have to film, so doing my hair. About 12:30 now, pretty hungry. Gonna eat this quinoa pumpkin pomegranate salad from Back to Basics. Looks very good, very colorful. Now I'm a little bit hungry, but peckish, so I'm gonna have this glass of kefir and this homemade chocolate brownie bliss ball. So I'm just gonna have a little snack. This is a decaf coffee and about 2 squares of my favorite Lindt dark chocolate with sea salt. Now I'm just making some apple crumble because we have so many apples and I want to get rid of some. Just some oats, a little bit of butter, coconut and all that kind of goodness. I'm going to bake that in the oven. I've also made this homemade custard, which I totally overcooked, but it still tastes really good. Tonight for dinner, it's a bit of a veg fest. Little baby eggplants from our garden, corn, all these wild greens as well from the garden, and some carrots, some sweet potato, pretty much everything in the fridge. Trying to just get through all this veg. Some bok choy, some sweet peas. Anyway, gonna have this with some bocconcini and some leftover lamb. Bit of a hodgepodge, but it's gonna be good. So now I get to enjoy some of that apple crumble with the homemade custard. So breakfast this morning is just what I felt like, a piece of toast with avocado, some chili flakes and some feta on top. Yeah. Cool, so lunch day is leftover lamb and whatever. So tofu, avocado, cucumber, tomatoes, and just a whole lot of pickled stuff on top and a bit of sesame dressing on top. Looks really tasty. I'm excited. So colorful as well. And you can see the other thing I like to do when I eat is actually just like sit outside or like away from distractions so I can actually enjoy the food I'm eating, be a bit more mindful of it. So we have some potatoes that have been turned into fries from the air fryer. They're delicious. For dinner tonight, we are going to have some fake duck. It's a little bit high in sodium, but I think it's tasty. We're gonna roll that all up with some cucumber, shallots, coriander, mince, pickled onion into one of these rice paper rolls. Make a duck rice paper roll. Gonna have a few of those. It's actually a really easy thing to do and super, super tasty. So for dessert, I'm having leftover apple crumble with the custard that I made. It's all heated up. And it's
watching some TV. So there you go, that's everything I ate in this past week. What you're gonna notice is it's not perfect, and I don't think you need to be perfect in order to be healthy. I don't cut out any foods from my diet. I simply focus on crowding in more vegetables and fruit and whole grains and seeds and nuts. And in that way, I think I get quite a good, sweet little balance between, giving myself permission to eat things like chocolate cake and apple crumble with homemade custard. But ultimately, most of my meals are veggie filled and balanced. What you might have noticed is that I was using quite a bit of those plant-based alternatives. I'm just experimenting with them, having fun. They can be quite processed and have quite a bit of sodium in them, but it's not really a big deal. I am trying to eat less meat. I think they're delicious, I think they're fun, and I eat plenty of food that I cook at home, so I don't think it's a massive deal. This isn't an ad for an air fryer either, like promise. We don't normally use the air fryer that much. My husband's just very obsessed with the air fryer. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you like what I'm about, then you can subscribe, you can like, you can leave a comment, and if you want a little bit more support to eat healthy meals, to cook more, to kind of take the fuss out of cooking, then check out Back to Basics. It's my program with hundreds of recipes. I've got home workouts, mindset tips to help you actually stick to what you're trying to achieve. Anyway, you can find a link for a free trial down below.